Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Kimberly. I wasn't working at the show. I was pricing stuff, so I was sort of getting ready for my show, taking some new stuff down, but I hadn't been ready to go yet. So what we're going to do today is we're going to open our SoftFlex Design Challenge Kit Guardian Angel. I usually open this in a recorded video, but I decided, oh, the heck with it. It's Thanksgiving. Let's just go ahead. So this particular kit, when it was on sale, I did not check. Hi, Jan. So I do not know if it is still on sale or not. I don't know if there's any left, but it was $42.95. And this is a kit I get complimentary from SoftFlex for doing videos with it. They request us to do at least the unboxing. And then, hi, Sid. And then one or two other videos as well on our YouTube channel. So that is what we're doing here. Now, SoftFlex is based out of Sonoma, California. They're a small family-run business, and their main thing is their beading wire, which is the only beading wire I'll use. I think it's wonderful, and I love it. Now, these kits are supposed to have everything you should need in them to make something other than the tools. They'll have the wire and everything else in here. I didn't hear my alarm go off earlier, and that's why we're late. I was in the other room. So let's open this up. There we are. Pretty little thing. It's got some pretty blue packaging. So we also have a few little cards in this bag along with it. And these are some of our instructions. So let's just read those off right now. This also has a list of what's in here. On the other side, I know it's expired, so I don't mind showing it to you. They have a $10 off of $50 or more coupon. It expires before the reveal of the kit. So if you get a kit and you want to use this coupon, make sure you open up your package a little bit first. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate that. Anyway, it says the design challenges. Join us on SoftFlex Company Facebook page on YouTube channel on November 26th at a new time, 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time for the kit reveal. And then after they do the reveal from November 26th to December 29th, post your pictures of your designs made with the kit in their VIB Studio Facebook group with the hashtag Angel and enter to win a future kit. The winner is chosen at random. And this is very true. I don't win it anymore because even though I do sometimes put my things up, since I get the kit free anyway, I don't believe I'm eligible. So that's just fine. So then they also have the little card here. It has their, let's turn down. You can read this easier because it faces the right proper direction. So we're going to turn our camera down here. And again, of course, my tablet has decided, I don't know what's going on with it, that it does not want to read my chat. It drives me nuts. No matter how many times I hit the live chat thing, it won't go. So such a pain, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So are you going to put the chat on? Come on. Guess not. Anyway, this side has the SoftFlex contact info with the www.softflexcompany.com is their website. And then they have a toll-free number and a US phone number here. So if you need to contact them. On the other side here is our instructions for joining the design kit challenge. And the few basics are buy your mystery kit, obviously. It has limited quantities. Like I said, I did not check, so I do not know if they have any left. Join our SoftFlex Very Important Beading Studio group on Facebook. If you haven't already, I've been a member for years. Please do not reveal the contents of your mystery kit when you receive them. This way others can enjoy the surprise opening theirs too. Usually on the last Wednesday of the month, which was yesterday, this is Thanksgiving Day, log in to the SoftFlex Company's Facebook page or YouTube channel and watch us unbox the kit and make a few designs, or you can watch at your own convenience. Number 5, now it's your turn. Post pictures of your designs in the VIB group by the deadline posted, which is, they said it over here on this card, December 29th. Every design you post is an entry to win our next available kit. You may use supplies from your own stash as long as we can see kit items in each design, and winner is chosen at random. Now, this line is very important. You can use things from your own stash, so that is really nice to be able to do that. Anyway, it's helpful because, even though they provide just about everything you could possibly need other than the tools, as they say, sometimes you just want something a little different, which you can add yourself by doing that. This is driving me nuts that it won't go over to the live chat. It has for days, and I don't know why. I may just have to stop even just even bothering with my tablet. It's a pain in the rear. But anyway, and it just went off. Well, okay, be that way. And I don't know why it does that, because when we first start up, it behaves perfectly and the chat comes up. But then when I when it actually goes live, it stops, and it's like, and puts commercials up instead. You think they still had some yesterday? That's cool. Your phone screen. That's pretty funny, Kimberly. I wish mine would stop doing whatever the heck it's doing. It's driving me sort of nuts. But you know, what can I say? It doesn't want to behave, so it just doesn't want to behave, apparently. Okay, what's going on? Are we froze up? Oh, okay, my tablet's behind times. Got to get it to go live again. There we go. Okay. Yeah, looks like we're good again. So anyway, this is called Guardian Angel. This is a list of what is in the kit. The items above this line, the first things we're going to look at, go on sale on their website yesterday. And then the other things down here, they don't have. That they just got it just for the kit. So let's open this baby up. Go on. Pretty blue paper. Looks like they might have some cute things in here. The first item is SoftFlex White Quartz 019 medium beading wire. And I appreciate this because I was almost out of white. So I was thinking I was going to have to order some, but here's 10 feet. Now, the last time I ordered it, these little spools like this were $8.49. So there's part of your price right there. Next is the SoftFlex 2x2 crimps. They give us 20. And these babies are not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. They cost anywhere from like 20 to 30 cents a piece. So nice. And they always give us 20. So there we go with our crimp tubes to go with our wire. Next is silver-plated ear wires with the ball. Okay, and the one right after that's going to be the lobster claw, and these are both in this package, as well as one other little goodie which is not on our list yet, so we'll stick it aside. So we have our 2 ear wires and our lobster claw. Now, a lot of times we get 4 sets of 4 ear wires, 2 sets. We only have 1 set this time, so I'm going to presume that's because some of these items are more spendy than they frequently are. So that's gonna right there with these. Green Girl, oh, that's this guy's girl still. The Green Girl Studios Pewter Safe Angel Pendant. Yeah, there's a little angel on there. I may have to paint her so you can see her better, but she's right in here. I don't know if you can see her. Actually, I think I can see her better in the camera than I can by myself. And then it says safe on the other side. So little guardian angel here. Just sit her right here. Next is Jesse James Custom Bead Mix. Now, this bead mix from Jesse James is specifically made for SoftFlex Company. It's the only place you can get it is on the SoftFlex Company in the kit, or if there's extras, they'll put them up for sale. And I would assume there are, because it says they're above the line that you can get them. So we'll open this last. We'll go on to see what else we have in our package here. We have white or sapphire check glass irregular oval beads. That's these guys. We've got some similar to these before in a solid blue, if I recall right. There's 3 of them in here. Now, these would be great for like a secondary focal, since they're pretty good sized on a necklace or something, or they'd make a good regular focal for a bracelet. You could put them in earrings. They're not that heavy. So 3 of those. Next is teeny tiny ceramic angels. Now it just says angel, but I have 2, so I'm going to assume we have angels. They're little tiny guys. See, aren't they cute? And they are 2-sided, so very, very cute. Hey, Georgina. So cute little ceramic angels. I think they will have to be little earrings. Now, a lot of times when they get the ceramic things, they will get extras, but apparently they did not for these because they are below the line. Next is 3mm cream check glass pearls. Oh, there they are. I was going to say, I don't see them, but there they are. You know what I'm going to do with these? I was just thinking I needed to make a pearl necklace for one of my Barbie jewelry kits. And these are perfect. Hey, Carolyn. Happy Thanksgiving to you, too. So there's some tiny little pearls. Next, we have 7 by 10mm clear Chinese crystal rondelles. I'm not going to complain about that because I love a crystal bead. Here we are, and aren't they pretty? They're nice and shimmery and faceted. Very, very pretty crystal rondelle. Next, we have 4mm matte baby blue check glass Droog rounds. And the one right after that is 4mm transparent blue check glass Droog rounds. So we have the matte, which is solid. You know, it's opaque, and then we have the transparent little blue ones here. So those are pretty. Actually, I generally do not like matte, but these little guys are not bad. I like them. And then we have brass metal stamped angel charms. And there's quite a few in here. Let's see how many we have. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have 20 of our little cherubs here. So when I saw them in here, I was thinking just a few, but boy, they loaded us up on these little cherub angels. These are great. I use brass stampings for my hair barrettes, so this is a great little thing to use for my hair barrettes. I can definitely use those on those. So another thing you can do with these would be to, if you wished, you could glue these little guys onto these stones. You'll need to bend them a little bit so they flow down onto there better. But you could see like that. Now that would look. I would of course cut your your ring off, unless you wanted to put like a flat back crystal there in like yellow or the clear or white to emphasize like a sun or a halo or something like that. But it would definitely work. But so these guys can go back in. What I do with the baggie, there it is. They're baggy. I gotta say, I'm really surprised they gave us 20 of these, but I'm not gonna complain. I will use them. Like I say, they work great for my hair barrettes. And I did show you, you could put them on one of the bigger stones. They'd work great on there. So let's put these things back in the bag. I love these crystals, and I like those little girls. I can truthfully say I don't see anything I dislike in this bunch. I will say that I probably will not use these. Well, I will use them, just not right away. Because I have older hands, they don't like these tiny lobster claws. So I tend to put these on my fairy dust necklaces when I make them, because it's usually teenagers that buy or younger kids that buy parents buy them for their children, the fairy dust necklaces. So they don't mind, they don't mind the small lobster claw like I do. And I usually use either lever backs or ear studs. But I do use these when I'm making my, when I get online orders in my Etsy shop, I will put in a free little pair of earrings and I usually put these ear wires on those, so they will be used. It's just not that they were going to be used for something that I would normally use them for. So let's get our Jesse James bead pack open. Somebody lost their sound. Sorry to hear that. Good, you got it back. So now they always tape these closed. So, oh, it's not taped. I am shocked. They always tape these. Well, obviously not always, because that one's not taped. So let's pour our little pile of goodies out here. We can set this aside some so it's not in our way. And let's see what we've got in our, we've got some, 2 of these in the champagne color. These are the two-tone, well, they're not really two-tone, they're two, how do I want to put it? It's half matte, half transparent. Now, this is the one time I actually like matte. I think it's really cool making the pattern on the transparent bead. So there's 2 of those. Oops, you get back over there. Looks like we have 4 light blue cubes. And these are faceted, so they're faceted around the edges. 4 of those. We have, whole goes from the skinny to the big, or the big to the skinny, however you want to put it. They almost look like they're supposed to be imitating a diamond or a shell. So there's 4 of those in the opalite white. Trying to escape, you are naughty. Looks like we have 4 of faceted rounds in, I was going to say 8mm, but I think these might be 10. They look a little big. Let's find out. Come here, caliper. Well, it says they're 9.4. So, in other words, an odd size. Let's turn this on and zero it out just to be safe, and then we'll check it again just to see if it really is 9. Now it says 9.6. Come back here. But I knew it was bigger than 8, but it's not as big as 10, so about a little over 9. So there's those. They're round, faceted round. Then we also have a multifaceted clear one. No, you're not minus. Stop it. Zero out. This one is 10 also, 9.9. So we have 4 of these. I love these multifaceted crystals. I think they're beautiful. They really have a nice shimmer. So we have 4 of those. Looks like we're a lot of 4s here. Now we have some little flat cubes which have the silver backing on them to make the front look really cool. So there's 6 of those, it looks like. Oops. I have a runaway. So 6 of these. Like I say, see, there's silvers on the one side, and then the other side has not got the coating on it, which makes it have that really cool, interesting, metallic looking middle. So now it looks like, keep going on beads. Oh, these are window beads. Little window beads, but they are window beads. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like 10 of the little white window beads. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 8 of these creamy beige colored rondelles, 6mm rondelles. You guys get with your buddies. Now we have bicones, little blue bicones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the little blue bicones. Sort of an ice blue. Then we have, these are a really interesting bead to me. We have 4 of them, it looks like. These, we're getting into our silver spacers now. The thing I find interesting about this, well, there's 4 of them. We can put the other 3 down so I can show you what I'm meaning here, is it's got metal on top and bottom, and then right through the center is a crystal spacer. It's one of the wavy crystal spacers, and then it's like they've compressed 2 little bead caps down to the crystal spacer to make this particular type of spacer, and I think they're really interesting looking. Then we have 6 regular crystal spacers. These ones have AB crystal in the middle of them. See the flash of color? So I love crystal spacers. I'm certainly not going to complain about those. And then it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the star spacers. One of mine is bent. I felt it when we were moving them around here. The wonderful thing about that is there's my block. Make sure I don't drop it right on my crystal beads. That would be bad. I'll just take this baby and my nylon gel hammer. Fixed. Its little prong is off a little bit, but it's not bubbled up anymore. So we have 8 of those daisy star spacers. So that is our Jesse James bead pack. I have to say my favorite thing in here is probably these, because I've always loved these multifaceted beads. They have such a pretty sparkle on them. And that's my favorite in our bead pack. But I'm not sure that's my favorite in the whole thing. Our little angels are very cute. I always put these in with the biggest and the smallest, or I try to when I'm putting them back in, because Jesse James really packs these little cubes pretty good. Though this one isn't as tight as some of them are, but some of them are so tight you can barely get anything in it and close it. But that is our Jesse James bead pack. So we have our Jesse James bead pack, our white quartz SoftFlex wire, our ear wire, and there's my raccoon's coming down to visit me. I got him in my Randy Christmas box yesterday. We have the crimp tube, the little angels, the little ceramic angels, the 3 of these, our crimp tubes, the 20 little brass cherub angels, and then our bead strands, which are the big beautiful crystal rondelles, the 2 droops, one matte opaque and one transparent in the blues, and then of course our little thing of pearls. So that is our kit. I love these. They're so pretty. Hey, Susie. Welcome on. Well, this didn't take us very long to open, only half an hour. So we can see if we can design something with this, or we can call it a day since we are, it is Thanksgiving. I don't know if you guys have company over. Mary, I know, is from the Netherlands, so she probably does not. She's obviously not a Thanksgiving person. I wouldn't think anyway. And so, but we can see about designing something with our things here. I do want to make some Barbie jewelry with these little pearls, and maybe throw in some of the blue beads. But do we want the blue transparent or the blue matte if we do that? When I had thought I wanted to make some more Barbie jewelry, I was thinking I would put some crystals in with my pearls, but I don't think we have any really tiny. Oh, there's some of those little blue bicones though. Those might be pretty. Somebody usually asks me, how does your Barbie jewelry sell? Well, now at this time of the year it generally does, because a lot of parents or grandparents buy some to put in their daughters or granddaughters' stockings for Christmas time. If I wanted to, I could even paint, hook a couple of these little cherubs on some of these so we could see how they would look when I get them done. These are for the Barbie stuff though, right here. So sort of put it aside until I start them. But like I say, you could take these little guys. I only need a couple, guys. Especially if we're going to put these on earrings. One, two. And like I say, you could cut the loop off and then glue it right down onto your stone here. I like my earrings going opposite direction, so I'm going to flip this so that so our little cherub is sort of facing the opposite direction. Needs just a teeny touch of bend to it. So I'm going to get my bracelet bender out, put our little wings inside here, and move them down just a touch. Now, rather than cut the loop off, I think I am going to put a little crystal in it. I do have a Barbie doll over here beside me. I keep her there. Quiet time before the fun begins. No, Thanksgiving is pretty much, well, I was going to say it's pretty much an American holiday as far as the United States are concerned, but Canada has a Thanksgiving also, but theirs is not at the same time as ours. Georgina, when is Canada's? I can't remember. I know you have one though. So we're going to glue these little cherubs onto these two crystals or two beads. And then we'll get a couple of little crystals to put in their little, to make little halos for them. This is for Barbie jewelry here. We're going to put that aside for right now. And put stuff back in the bag so they won't get in our way. But I do love these crystals. Anybody who knows me very well knows I absolutely love crystals. So those coming in, that was just like primo to me. And we will get some glue and glue these on. Now, anybody who uses E6000, which is what I use to glue pieces together, knows it will dry so that it's pretty sturdy place in about 15-20 minutes, but it doesn't set up really hard for 24 hours. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to put our E6000 on our little cherubs here. Oops. I'm going to glue myself here, it looks like, which is not an uncommon thing. I'm going to flip this little lady over, or little boy. I guess it can be either one, couldn't it? Angels are not really specific to gender, I don't think. So on you go, baby. So this one's in place. Have my trusty paper towel beside me to wipe my hands off. And I'm getting this one all over my fingers. But what else is new? Okay. We want them approximately the same place. Get your paper towel out and wipe your fingers back off. Now I did get excess glue on this one. As you can see, it's right here. We'll wait about 15 minutes and we can pull that excess off. In the meantime, I'm going to get a couple of these AB crystals out. Come on, little guy. Come out of there. I say every time I open this drawer up that I need to clean it up because I have crystals all over the place. Well, they're still all over the place. I'm going to get a little toothpick so I can dab just a little bit of glue in the rings, and we'll put our crystals in place. October 13th was when yours was. Yeah. I was thinking it was sometime in October, but I couldn't remember for sure. I just knew that you guys had yours earlier in the year than we have ours. But that you do have a Thanksgiving. Lily, what are you doing? So I got a toothpick, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this little bit of extra glue right here at the top and just dab it right there in that little ring. And then we'll take our tweezers and grab one of them, if it's going to let us. I didn't put my mat down, so it wants to grab the cloth rather than just the crystal. Go down right there. And you fell sideways, so we have to straighten you. Up and on. So our little angels now have halos. Pretty crystal halos. Now, if I had wanted to, I could have painted my little angels. I could have given her some white wings and maybe some blonde hair or something like that. I didn't do so, so we're not going to worry about it now. So there is our little cherubs. They're going to have to dry for a while, and then we'll pick this extra glue off of here. This one doesn't appear to have too much. But we are now going to make us some Barbie jewelry. For doing that, I need 2 eye pins and 2 regular pins. We're going to go with gold. Going to need straightened, but that's all right. Nothing new about that. Never fails, they do need straightened after they've been in the shipped, unfortunately. Now these pieces are for the earrings. Now if your Barbie doll doesn't have ear holes, you can make them. If you're making these for a grandchild or something like that, I would advise, if they don't have ear holes, that you make the ear holes and not have the child try and do it. Because how you would do that is to take a needle and heat it up. Because their heads are rubber, you can just put a little dot where you want your ear hole to go with an ink pen or whatever. Then take your heated needle, drive it in through that spot, and then pull it out quickly. You have to pull it out quickly because if you don't, it will keep melting and you will have
a needle for an earring.
Yeah, you'll have a mess. So anyway, for the necklace, what we do is this is ring memory wire. I found this in gold when I was down on the Oregon coast the other day. I had never seen it in gold before. I usually just have stainless steel. But this is gold. And you want to take about a full ring and a half of your memory wire. So we want to pull it apart here, get our memory wire cutters in here, get about where 1.5 links is at, about right here, and trim that off. This is going to be our necklace. So what we want to do is take and do the turn that you would normally do on memory wire. Or if you're one of those ones that glue a bead on, you could do that too. So we want to do our loop here. And yes, this ring memory wire is just as big of a pain to turn as any other one, the necklace or the bracelet one. I like to take my turn and make it go past where you hit the wire at. You want to make it behave sort of like a split ring. And I do that because the little tiny beads will try to work themselves off this end if you don't. And this one is being stubborn. It doesn't want to turn anymore. And I am insisting that it does. Well, it doesn't want to, so I guess we'll just leave it. It's tight enough, I think our beads won't slide off. Now, I am going to put pearls in it, but the first few beads I put in are actually going to be a couple of white seed beads. If I can find them here. And I'm going to do that because, nope, those are green. Really pale green, but green nonetheless. Why I do that is because if I get too many on one side and I have to get them off, I don't want to remove everything to get 1 or 2 beads off. So what I then do is break it. There's the white. So I'll put a couple of seed beads at the end so that if my calculations are off when I get to the middle, I need some to get rid of something, I can break a seed bead off. I don't mind breaking a seed bead. I do mind breaking other things. So that's true, Mary. Yep, that's true. That's how we used to pierce a potato and a hot needle. Potato behind, ice cube to dull it some, and then a hot needle to go through. Oops. So then you just take your ring. Now this is the most difficult part of making Barbie jewelry, is because your ring beads are going to fight going on this thing because, well, they're tiny, they're irritating, and your memory wire, of course, is not going to allow you to do a lot of switching up. Go over there. Okay, so I'm going to put 3 of the little seed beads on first. As you can see, I got a lot more than I needed here. We're going to cut our pearls loose. Okay, where'd my flush cutters go? Of all the things. There they are. No? Well, those came loose really fast. Now I have some on the floor. So sad. So I'm going to put 3 or 4 of these on. Well, I may have to put them on by fingers because their holes are got a little paint in them. What else is new when you're working with little pearls? Go on there. Don't tell me you won't go on there. That would be bad. There we go. I'm going to try and put like 5 pearls on this side. Then we will, and I dropped another one, it sounds like, on the floor. Trying to drop a lot of them. Come on, go on there. Oh, come on, oh stubborn one. I'll trade you. When I first started making Barbie jewelry, I would, if I didn't have the length or the, if I needed more beads on one side or less, I would take it back apart. Nowadays, I just go, no, we're going to put a few seed beads up there because I'll be bloody blasted if I want to take and redo these because they can be a royal pain in the rear. Okay, there's 4. Come on, go around, and we need 5. I want 5, I think. We'll see how 5 looks. Up and around. Okay. Now I'm going to put a spacer on. The blue rondelle, the blue bicone. Now, a lot of times when I get to this middle place where we're going to have this window bead as our focal, I will frequently, instead of making a focal like this, I will just put a little charm on a jump ring and act like it's a bail. I think we're about perfect. Because see, this would be, if we push this all the way up, that's about in the middle. So that's great. Come on, get out of the way. Now, I'll be the first to admit that memory wire can be a royal pain to work with, and it retains its shape quite nicely, and sometimes that can be a pain in the rear. On the other hand, you want it to retain its shape. I don't want to have to try and get it to go back into shape after I pulled it apart. So now we're at the 5 pearls again. Come on, baby. One. Come on, slide down my finger. Two more pearls, and then the 3 seed beads. Oh, that's pearl number 5, I believe. We'll verify. Oop. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side. Okay, up you go. Now we want to get our 3 seed beads. And I don't think we're going to need to break any off because I think we're about perfect. Down you go. So now we have all of our beads on for our necklace. Now I just need to get over here. You guys are going to be for the earrings. I need to just get my pliers out and turn this again. Now I've got more wire than I need here. So if I can get it to do this, to go around more, like I said, a split ring, that's perfect. And if I can't, then I'll have to cut a little bit of wire off. But okay, that one did go around all right. Now let's see if I can get this side to turn around just a little bit more. It is smaller than the other side, so come on, turn. really doesn't want to turn. So I may just turn this side just a little bit more to tighten it up some. It's pretty tight, but it could be just a tiny bit more. So if I can get this to turn is what I really want it to do. I don't know why this side's being so stubborn. It does have a gap, so I do want to get it tightened. Oh yeah, it would be pretty. It would make a pretty earring. You're right. There we go. There, I got her to turn. Okay. So now we don't need those anymore because our necklace is done. See? Cute little necklace. And let's get our doll out so we can show you how that works. For those of you who have seen me make these before, you know how it works. All you do is you pull your ring apart, slide it over her neck, and there she has a little sort of choker length necklace on. Pearl and crystal. Now, right now, she has little studs in her ears, though one of these is broken and I keep telling me I need to make her a new pair. But what we're going to do is we're going to make her earring. Now, these are going to be dangles. So we'll take our little ball head and we're going to put the crystal and then a spacer. So we have a spacer between our other one over here. And then we're going to put our pearl on. And if we want, we can even put a little seed bead there since we do have it in the other. So there is our little, what our little earring is going to look like. So we'll stick these aside. We don't need them anymore. I'm going to just put them in the bottle so I don't lose them here. And these are going to be the pieces that go into the Barbie's ear, into her head, so to speak. So we're going to take and we're going to make a tiny little fold in this because I'm going to just make a couple of little wraps when we wrap this earring up. We don't need a lot. And we don't want to give her a really big signature down here either. So there is that. Now I'm going to wrap these up just like I would any earring, and it's only going to get about 2 wraps in here because I didn't leave us a big gap, and 2 is fine. It's all we need. You tipped a little bit. I think you are. There. I just broke my seed bead. So we're going to have to get a new seed bead out and redo this one. Now I broke the seed bead because my wire twisted down a little bit further on the base than I wanted it. See this gap right here? And instead of pushing it up like I should have with my thumbnail, I was just trying to push it into place. And instead of pushing it into place, I broke it. I broke the seed bead. So we will get us a new wire out. Okay, now let's do this again and hopefully not break the seed bead this time. Okay. So now the next step is to make the piece, which would in us be a post. So I'm going to take my flat nose pliers. I'm going to stick them just barely up from where the eye is at, maybe 1/8 of an inch, 1/16. And we're going to bend this up and over. Just keep bending it down. You want to tighten this up right here. And we're going to cut it. But when we cut this, remember to hold the part that you want to keep, because they'll go flying if you don't have something holding it. So then we're going to just cut it off right there about where the eye is at. Then I'm going to tighten that up. Then we'll open our eye up and put one of our earring pieces onto our eye and close it back up again. And there's earring number 1. This piece will go inside the head, and that is what will hold your earring on. So let's make sure this is good and tight here. Now we'll do the second one. Again, we're going to take hold of our eye, take our flat nose pliers, go up about a 1/16 to an 1/8 inch. It doesn't have to be exact. We're not going to see it. It's going to go in their head. Fold it up. Bend it in. Grab hold of it right here. Take your cutter and cut that off. Then we're going to push this back in down here and again. So it's in. Open our eye up. Put our piece on. Close the eye back up. Now, as you can see, this one isn't as close as that one was, as the other one was. It doesn't make a difference. It's going to be in the head. You just need this extra thickness of a doubled one to make sure it stays in and doesn't just fall straight out. So there's her earrings. She already has her necklace on, as we know. We'll bring her over here. Her necklace is slid to the back, but that's all right. We're going to pull out these little ear studs that she has in. See, they're just one little bicone on top on a folded wire. We'll put these ones on. I think this is the one that has a broken crystal. And then we'll grab this second one and put it in her head. Now, as you can see, she's got an ear hole there that we've melted open. Now, if you don't make as big an ear hole, or this Barbie, I think, had plastic earrings in, and I took them out. I hate them. If you just use a thin needle, so you get a really small hole, you don't have to do this bend over. You could just cut it to the length you want it, and it will work fine. But there she is with her earrings and her necklace. Something you can do with your children or grandchildren if you have little girls that would like to do it too. And they're very simple. They're not too, the hardest part, like I said, is threading the beads on the ring wire, the ring memory wire, because it's such a pain to get it down that size. So I'm going to sit her down here and just let her sit here. And we're going to bring these guys back forward again and get our tweezer. Raccoon baby, stay back there. And we're going to look at this to see where we have extra glue. And we have some right here. So it's been about 15 minutes or longer. And you need at least 15 to 20 minutes. And then you can get on this extra glue. Get hold of it. And it will... Come on. I'm holding on to the little cherub because sometimes when you pull the extra glue out, it will take what's underneath as well. So if you hold it down solid, you shouldn't have that problem. Come on, let me get hold of that. So there's this little one cleaned up. Now this one has quite a bit more extra. It got up way up here. Bing. But that came off easier too. So I think there's some, there's some over here as well. When I'm doing this, when I make barrettes, I always try to warn people to make sure that you wipe the glue off your tweezers, because if it sticks on your tweezers, when it gets to its final drying point, you can't get it back off. It's there for good. So there we go. There's our little cherubs on our beads here with our little crystal on top. So we have these done that I will probably make into earrings. I haven't decided how they're going to look yet. The cherubs need to dry for 24 hours anyway. So we have opened our kit, glued our little cherubs onto our stones, and we've made Barbie jewelry. Let's turn up. So let's twist her necklace back around to the front. Since she was laying down, it tried to fall down. And this earring seems to be stuck in her hair a bit. So there she is with her. Let's turn her head a little so she's straight onto you. There we go. Her braid's getting in the way. But there's her earrings and her little pearl and crystal necklace. This is the first for you making the Barbie jewelry, Mary? Yeah. I first started making this because my husband buys me a holiday Barbie every year, and I hate their jewelry. It's just cheap plastic looking stuff. And so I decided that I needed to make my dolls some jewelry. And then my husband's boss at the time was a young woman who had two little girls, and she asked me to make some for her little girls. So then I made 2 sets each for her little girls, and then I started selling them because people were buying them for their kids and grandkids, and so it made. I don't usually sell many during the year, but come Christmas time, it gets popular. I had one grandma buy 6 sets for her grandkids, and I usually only have like 6 to 8 on the table. This will make my 8th one for this show. And then, of course, we did the little stones, put the little cherub on it. Ooh, come on, focus. And then we put the little flat back crystal over the ring to make it look sort of like a halo. So there she goes. And like I say, I will probably make these after they dry into a pair of earrings. So it was nice of you lovely ladies to come and join me today. I appreciate you, and I hope that you had a good time making these things with me, opening up our kit and putting the cherubs on the stones, and then making the Barbie jewelry. I think the Barbie jewelry turned out really cute with the pieces from this kit. And if you've got grandkids or granddaughters who play with Barbies and would like some jewelry for them, or even if you have, like myself, have Barbies that are collectors or whatever, and you want to have them have some not cheap jewelry, make them some. It's not really hard. Like I say, the hardest part is the little necklaces because it is ring memory wire that I use. And so that makes it a little more difficult. Now, if you wanted to make her a long necklace, you could do like string enough pearls on a thread or a wire so that you could double them up over her head. That's the hardest part, is getting them, is doing over the head. And that's why I came up with the ring memory wire to use. I mean, if you have a really tiny lobster claw, I suppose you could just make a lobster claw necklace, but I think it would be a pain in the rear. So you must see my Barbie collection sometime. I don't think they're all together anymore. I think we put some of them away because they were getting to be too many of them. But they're in my bedroom on my dresser. So one of these days, maybe we'll take you in there and show them to you. Anyway, I hope everybody has a beautiful Thanksgiving. Those of us who celebrate. Georgina and Mary, I hope you have a lovely evening. Um, and we'll see you all later. I'm supposed to do a members live today since it is Thursday afternoon, but it is also Thanksgiving. So I'm not sure. I will let you guys know if I decide not to or if I decide to. I will put out a notice one way or the other. So, anyway, ladies, I will see you all later and I hope you have a lovely day. Now, tomorrow I will not be live. I have my show. I have the show. Tomorrow is the first day of my 3-day Christmas craft show. So I will not be here. I am going to try and do a recorded video for both Friday and Saturday, so you do have something. We'll see you later. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden. Bye-bye.